One calm afternoon, Emily sat alone in her favorite spot in the park. A large oak tree shaded her, and the golden sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting soft shadows across her face. She sat on a wooden bench, her fingers resting on her knees, staring at her hands. They were small and delicate, but today they felt heavy. The world buzzed around her. Children laughed and played nearby, their joy bright and cheerful. A couple strolled hand in hand, whispering sweet words to each other. Yet, in that moment, Emily felt a thick layer of silence surrounding her. It was more than quiet. It was a heavy stillness that filled her heart with a strange mix of comfort and sorrow. On the bench next to her, an old man, Mr. Thompson, sat peeling an orange. He had a kind face, full of wrinkles that told stories of years gone by. He glanced at Emily and smiled, but she barely noticed. Her mind was lost in thoughts, clouded by worries and fears she couldn't share. The soft hum of the park faded into the background as she listened to the heavy silence that enveloped her. Sometimes silence speaks the loudest, she whispered to herself, remembering her grandmother's words. The phrase echoed in her mind, and she pondered its meaning deeply. The absence of sound felt like a conversation, filled with the unspoken words she couldn't bring herself to say. Emily had always been a quiet girl. At school, she often felt lost among the chatter of her classmates. They were loud, bursting with energy and laughter, while she preferred the company of books or the soft whispers of nature. But now, in this moment of silence, she felt a deep yearning for connection. She wished she could share her heart with someone, to let the world know what lay beneath her calm exterior. Mr. Thompson finished peeling his orange and noticed how deep in thought Emily was. He cleared his throat and asked, "Do you want some?" His voice was warm and inviting, breaking through her silence like a gentle breeze. Emily looked up, surprised. She wasn't used to people talking to her, especially strangers. She gave a small smile and nodded, "Thank you." He offered her a slice of the juicy fruit, and she took it hesitantly. The sweet taste brought a tiny spark of joy, something she hadn't felt in a while. "Ah, there's nothing better than a good orange on a sunny day," he said, savoring the moment. "What brings you here?" Emily sighed, unsure of how to answer. She wanted to say everything that was in her heart, but the words felt trapped. Instead, she replied softly, "Just thinking." "Thinking can be a heavy load," Mr. Thompson said wisely. "Sometimes it helps to share it with someone, you know." Emily met his eyes for the first time. There was kindness there, and she felt a slight tug of trust. "I feel alone," she admitted. "Even when people are around, I still feel empty." Mr. Thompson nodded, his expression softening with understanding. "I know that feeling well. In a crowded room, I can sometimes feel like the only one there." He paused and continued, "But it's important to reach out. You might be surprised by who is willing to listen." Emily listened carefully, grateful for his words. They sat in silence for a few moments, and the absence of sound felt more comfortable now. Sharing this quiet with Mr. Thompson somehow made her feel lighter. "I used to be just like you, quiet and reserved," he shared, leaning back on the bench. "But then I realized that I could fill the silence in my life with stories. Stories that connected me to others." "Stories?" Emily asked, intrigued. "Yes. Every person has a story. When I meet someone new, I always ask about their life. We all carry pieces of ourselves, and when we share them, it creates a bond." He smiled as he continued, "Why don't you try it? Next time you feel lonely, reach out. You might find others feeling just like you." Emily thought about his suggestion. It was simple, yet it stirred something inside her. "Maybe," she said slowly. "But what if they don't want to listen?" Mr. Thompson chuckled softly. "Some may not, and that's okay. But others will. And you might just discover friendships where you never expected, like how we did today." Listening to him, Emily felt hope flicker within her. The fear of reaching out didn't seem as daunting anymore. "Thank you," she whispered, feeling gratitude swell in her heart. The sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the park. The sounds of laughter and joy returned to her ears, but it no longer felt overwhelming. She discovered that the silence wasn't something to fear. Instead, It held answers, possibilities, and connections waiting to unfold, just like the stories Mr. Thompson had shared. As the day faded, Emily left the bench not just with a taste of orange on her lips, but with a new perspective in her heart. She wanted to embrace the stories of others and share her own. Perhaps, she thought, the silence would guide her, and this time, it wouldn't just be alone in her thoughts. It would be filled with new voices and friendships.